Okay, so I've been anxious for the college football season to start because I feel like this is really where you can make some serious money and breaking down how these games are either controlled because of the money, because a lot of people bet on college football. The reason why I haven't been talking about baseball too much is because of the fact that there there's not a lot of volume in baseball right now until we get to the playoffs. That's when we're going to start to see a lot more volume come in. People are going to start taking more interest because there's just too many games in baseball to be breaking down every single matchup. And I just don't think that a lot of people are interested in baseball right now. Not a lot of people are betting on baseball where you get these big market, big volume games that are doing damage for Vegas, or making money for Vegas. So everybody remembers this game. This is just one example. Uh, a very profitable thing that I like to do in college sports or the NFL for that matter, or any type of big market like the NBA. I like to bet on underdogs that have strong fan bases, okay? The reason for that is because the refs are going to give them an advantage. And I've done this for years in college sports and as well as the NFL. Teams that have strong fan bases are going to get more calls at home when they're playing at home because of the fact that, you know, don't forget, when you have a strong fan base, the refs, it's basically the fans against the refs, okay? And think about it. If you're a ref for a home team that has a strong fan base, it's going to be murder getting out of that stadium if there's a controversial call going and it goes against you. There's going to be a lot of hate against you. And, these refs, have to be protected at some point, okay? So teams that have strong fan bases have a huge advantage, especially if they're underdogs. Teams like Wisconsin, Nebraska, teams like that, okay? So that's one tip I'm giving away, and it works. It's very profitable. Uh, you know, if you didn't know about that by now, you probably haven't been betting that long, but it's a very common tip between professional sports bettors. A lot of people use that tactic, strong fan bases, and you really don't have to do any type of handicapping. You just got to know, does this team have a strong fan base? Are they going to be nationally televised on TV? Those are the ones you want to key in on, and you can make some real good profits on those type of teams, especially if they're underdogs. Now look at this play, and I'll close the video out.
Arjun Calhoun with the interception to end it. Oh, but he drops it. Mark D'Antonio was ready to celebrate, but the Spartans are not done yet. It's still Cornhuskers ball. 23 seconds left. Armstrong looking for Brandon Riley, who catches it for the touchdown.
So as you see here, he steps out of bounds, but the ref is looking right at it, and they still gave him the touchdown. Nebraska wins outright. Everybody remembers this play. Nebraska won outright. As you see here, the ref is looking right at it, right at the play. He steps out of bounds. They give him the touchdown. So, like I said, the refs were scared to give Michigan State the win there, and it's completely obvious because Nebraska has a very strong fan base. And at that time, the crowd was very upset. If you watch that game, go back and watch that game. If you have not seen that game, the crowd was completely into that game, and it was getting very testy for the refs because that stadium was loud and they were pissed off at that time. So I hope that helped. That just one simple little tip, very easy tip to follow. Use that in your next placing wagers or just monitoring these games. And I'll be making some more videos about that when the college football season starts and pinpointing these certain games that I'm talking about. So I'll be back with another one. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks for sharing my videos, and I'll see you then.